Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Yoshi Story. This is the last episode of the week, and yeah, next, because of the not odd number of days, but because there's only 5 days in the week, and there's 6 levels per run, essentially, there will only, this will be the last episode of the week, so it's Friday. Lots of jellyfish, you know what that means? Time to make peanut butter and jelly. No, seriously, but, we have an underwater level. Here's how underwater levels work. You move the control stick to swim. I don't know if the A button really does anything. I tried pressing it a few times to like go faster, but I don't think it does, honestly. And how does that work? I was about to eat the melon. The jellyfish hit me, and then the melon got knocked off screen. I don't think that's supposed to happen. Maybe it does. I don't know, but I lost my melon. Well, watermelon, not melon. They're all good. Melons, watermelons, melons. Let's grab more melons. I love melons. So let's see. Bananas, melons, jellyfish. What does that all remind me of? Let's see. Absolutely nothing. So in the meantime, let's talk about... Well, in the meantime, while I'm going through these watery crevices, let's talk about being smart. What do I mean by that? Well, I've been doing some deep thinking. And... you know, I honestly don't think that, like, remembering knowledge makes you smart. I would think this would be common sense, but it kind of isn't. I don't think that remembering knowledge is being smart. Like, think about this. A lot of tests, like, in, like, high school and stuff, and even some in college, for that matter, are, like, multiple choice. If you remember this, you will do well. But, like, you could easily just have a photographic memory, and you would automatically get A's. Does that make you smart? No, that just makes you good at remembering. That's all it does. Now, granted, remembering things is part of being, like, intelligent and smart, but there's more to it than that. It's what you do with that knowledge. And not only that, but not only smart doesn't just have to do with just knowing things and being like that. You can be like in terms of art. You can be smart in terms of just being, like, knowing what kind of colors to mix, knowing what works well, you know, knowing that stuff. You don't even have to know anything, like, in terms of history of the art or any of that. Just in terms of what works well for the making a painting or what works well in making a picture. In terms of constructions, you can be smart in certain fields, you know. Being smart, there's so many definitions, but the thing that upsets me when people talk about being smart is... they think that if, as long as you remember things, like, remembering is, like, one of the bigger things of being smart. And honestly, it isn't. It's just one part, and it's probably one of the smaller parts. And this room is essentially pointless, to be honest. You have all these flowers, you have these bees, and you have these tulips that make you into an egg to go nowhere. I don't, unless someone knows that there's something you can do in this room, this room is essentially just kind of pointless, to be honest. Now, granted, if you want to come here to heal randomly, maybe, but it's kind of pointless, honestly, in my opinion. But that's where the second warp is. And I'm going to be showing where all the warps are, for the most part. I don't know if I mentioned that. But anyway, yeah, that's my thing, is, like, in terms of tests, I don't think they should be having tests, that, like, multiple choice tests. I mean, here's the thing, is there could be a student who really is horrible at math, or is horrible at, like, a lot of other things, but they're really, really good at specifically just science. And you could say, well, you need math to know science. Well, yeah, but they don't need every single part of math. I think, honestly, and again, you have the whole, No Child Left Behind. Well, you know what? If you're going to have No Child Left Behind, you should still instead have it focusing on certain aspects for children, like children who are good at science should have a science program implemented instead of having a generic thing for all students to do. I don't know. I think that a lot of kids don't like school and dislike school because they're pushed into all these different things that they don't enjoy, like doing math or doing science or doing things, again, that they don't enjoy, but they might enjoy one aspect of that. And are they going to be using a majority of it? I mean, most of the basics that they need to know for real life are learned in elementary school. After that, you should focus on, you know, what they're going to be wanting to do when they go out in the world and make a career. And this is I don't know, is it a snorkel fish? It kind of looks like I'm trying to think. I think in TTYD and I think Super Mario, there's like the snow bunnies. Its face kind of looks like that. It's kind of cool looking. I kind of like it. But you want to avoid it because it will damage you. So, yeah. And you can't also, I didn't mention this, you can't use your eggs in this underwater at all. It's basically just a moving area. And look, submarine guys. Again, you can't, I don't think you can damage them in any way, so just avoid them. I thought maybe you could use that green jellyfish to like launch somewhere or something, because I didn't see any, maybe, I don't know, for whatever reason I didn't think I saw any green jellyfish. I thought the other ones were like blue, but I think they're the same color actually. So, but yeah, I think schools need a new overhaul, and I think that people thinking, oh, test scores are what matters, and oh, SATs, if you get good SAT scores, that means you're really smart. That annoys me. I'm not saying that you're stupid or anything because you get good SAT scores. I'm saying that SAT scores aren't what matter. It's how you use them. It's how you use your knowledge. You can have tons of knowledge. That doesn't make you smart, though. What makes you smart is how you use that knowledge. With great power comes great responsibility. I'm quoting Uncle Ben from Spider-Man. It's time to swim down here now. Oh look, more jellyfish. Lots of jellyfish. I will need to get a bottle to grab some jellyfish jelly. Put on my Krabby Patty. Anyway, and yeah, the pufferfish will also hurt you. In fact, every enemy in this level will hurt you, if you didn't know that. That's the last heart piece, or heart piece. That's Zelda. This isn't Zelda. Speaking of Zelda, I'm at this point still working on Spirit Tracks. It's a really great game. I advise you, again, buy it, just like all the other games I advise you buy. But, yeah, I'm still working on Spirit Tracks. I'm almost done with it, but it's a really enjoyable game. Probably one of the best Zelda games. And what the heck are those things? Kind of remind me of, like, claymation things you'd find, like, in, like, an abstract claymation. Oh, and speaking of claymation, last Friday, actually, yeah, a week ago, Art Clokey passed away. If anyone doesn't know who Art Clokey is, you'll probably know when I say Gumby. He was the maker of Gumby. I just, like, you know, I'm in animation. I'm doing an animation major, so I found that kind of like, wow, the creator of Gumby died. That's kind of the first death of 2000, or not the first death of 2010, but the first, like, I guess major death of 2010 is the creator of Gumby. He, from what I've read, he seems like not only was he a pretty good animator, but he was a really nice guy from what I've read. Though the thing is, I've watched some of the earlier Gumby episodes. That show is almost really strange. It really is. Like the earlier ones are just, they're odd. They don't make any sense really. Now, the newer ones make a little bit more sense. And yeah, here we have the last minigame to my knowledge. It's a long jump. Basically, if you're good at the flare jump, you'll have no problem. You basically bounce on those. I think, what are those? I think they're called, I don't know, but those guys, you bounce on those guys. And yeah, I was just watching because I didn't want to use all the fruit because I wanted to go to the end of the level. For the most part in every video, unless I make a mistake, I will be going to every single part of the level as much as I can before I eat all the fruit to show you everything. And yeah, I didn't mention this, and I guess it's kind of obvious. Well, I guess it isn't, but this is I'm doing this on my Dazzle capture card. It really works nice. I really like my Dazzle. It's so nice. And I also fixed it, if you didn't notice, on actually the first CSS project, as well as my test video of Super Mario 64. I fixed the white line at the bottom. I think, maybe there is a white line, but I'm pretty sure I fixed it. So, yeah, I have really nice quality. I'm glad I got it. It's enjoyable to have a Dazzle. I know, I like the first project I used my Dazzle on was Kid Icarus and NES game. And yeah, here I sped it up a little bit because I was running short on time as well in this episode. But yeah, Kid Icarus will be tomorrow. I will be finishing up the first world, the Underworld, this weekend. And I'll also be back at college, so it'll be enjoyable to say the least. I'm looking forward to going back, honestly. I do get sick of, you know, it's fun to just not do anything, but eventually you want to get back. You don't want too long of a break, because then you just get vegetated too long. Not only that, but, like, there's some things at college I like a lot better. I like having a little bit more independence, where I'm home I have to worry about my brothers, and respecting them and everything. I would like to disrespect them, but that would be rude and wrong. They don't seem to really respect me sometimes, eating my food. Well, not my food, but food that I could eat. Like the Yoshi, I could eat bananas and melons. And look, I passed my score. Yay! Oh, the Yoshis, they're so happy. Listen to them, the Yoshis, they're singing. Isn't it beautiful? To go any farther, the Yoshis had to brave the ocean. They jumped in. They like to swim, but the jellyfish sting spoiled their fun. So they swam to dry land. Now they were almost to the end of the book. The page turned, and the Yoshis grew happier. This has been Maker400, reminding you to go have some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches right now.